Good morning, everyone. My name is Jennifer Goodin, and I have the privilege of being the executive director of Cincinnati's Ronald McDonald House. As you may know, we provide a home away from home for families with critically ill or injured children. We first started partnering with ArtWorks in 2009, and I'm going to be honest with you, at the time, I was one of those people who primarily thought of art as a painting in a museum, maybe a sculpture. I thought of art as something done by famous people, maybe even roped off so that the public doesn't get too close to it. After our years of working with ArtWorks and their amazingly talented apprentices, I now realize that art is the beautiful, fun mosaic mural in our lobby that students made solely for the purpose of brightening the day of parents who are going through one of the worst times in their lives. I realize that art is the beautiful fused glass hanging over our lobby that makes our house a home. I realize that art is the vivid mural or the interactive video in a children's hospital waiting room that helps a really nervous child pass the time till their appointment. And I realize that art is the 44 inspired and amazing pieces that students made, students who got paid for their work, what a concept, which hang in our guest bedrooms, welcoming families back from the hospital and inviting them to relax and unwind at the end of a really tough day. Art becomes their cue, their solace, their memories, and their inspiration. Last year, as you just saw in this video, ArtWorks launched a really unique project for children with special needs called Hero Design Company. Just like in the video you saw, which featured Maya, ArtWorks and their youth apprentices touch the lives of so many children and their families through this project. Just a few weeks ago, ArtWorks conducted another Hero Design engagement with a few of our children at Ronald McDonald House. As you can see in the video, first ArtWorks comes on site and works collaboratively with children and their families to design a superhero insignia that reflects the attributes and strengths which make each child special and unique. ArtWorks takes the logo that the child creates, translates it into a graphic design tool on their desktops, and then creates a custom superhero cape specially designed for each child. ArtWorks then returns about a week later to deliver the capes, which is always a magical day to see the children's reactions. So the capes ArtWorks and their apprentices create serve a few purposes. First, they're a source of empowerment and courage. They remind kids that despite their difficult circumstances, that they really are strong and powerful. They're also a security blanket and of support, and they serve as a reminder to each child how special they are. And for a few moments, as they run with that little cape flapping behind them, they also allow them to be just a child, not just a sick child, but a child. So I'd like to share with you briefly about one of our families currently living at Ronald McDonald House, the Clements family, and the joy they found working with ArtWorks. The Clementses are young parents. They're living at our Ronald McDonald House, so their two little kids, Lizzie and Mason, can receive treatment at Cincinnati Children's for a rare life-threatening condition they have, which prevents them from creating their own bone marrow. Just take a minute and imagine the fear as a parent if you had not one but two children who needed a bone marrow transplant to save their lives. Their mother lives with them at Ronald McDonald House, and their father remained home in Illinois so that he could continue to work to provide for the family. So when Lizzie designed her superhero insignia with ArtWorks, and I have a replica here to show you, this is Lizzie's cape. She wanted to create an image that represented the bond and connection she has with her brother. So the paw print represents her little brother Mason, who she said likes to howl like a wolf. And according to their mother, this paw print is also there to show both of the kids' courage. So when the cape was delivered, Lizzie at first stood there, little nervous, clearly happy and proud, while it was tied or snapped around her neck. And she took it to a few tentative swirls around, and then she just took off running with her cape flying behind her. and her little brother Mason, who got a day pass from the hospital just so he could come over and see his cape unveiled, asked his mom if he could take off his mask while he tried on his cape and had a picture. And their mother and their grandmother just stood there and beamed and just soaked in the moment, and were so happy to see the two of them just being kids. Two other young boys who are living at our house while their baby brother has heart surgery donned their capes and struck a pose with pretend swords. I asked them what superpowers their capes gave them, and without hesitation, little Jesse answered, "It makes me invincible, and it makes my baby brother in the hospital invincible too." I just wish you could see our brave little army of superheroes at Ronald McDonald House as they walk around in their capes, with the fear and the uncertainty that their families face every single day. Having this little touchstone of strength and courage is priceless to them. Hero Design Company continues to work with our Ronald McDonald House and other community partners, and they have a goal to create 250 capes for brave little superheroes by the end of the summer. So thanks to the passionate community of individual friends and supporters in Cincinnati, ArtWorks is able to continue this and many other types of transformative work in the healthcare environment. Today, we have a room full of people here who are also heroes, who believe in the children that ArtWorks and Ronald McDonald House serve, and who invited you to be here today. Would all the table captains in the room just kind of raise your hand? I know your friends know who you are, but so the room knows who you are. You are true cheerleaders for ArtWorks, and you have flexed your superhero strength in support of the ArtWorks mission. So in closing, I would like to ask the ArtWorks apprentices here today to give you a special little gift they have for you, just to thank you for making this breakfast possible today, for inviting others to join you and hear the story about the impact ArtWorks has on our community. Thank you so much for everything all of you do for our children, our families, our community, and our city.